Genesis 21. Genesis 21 verse 1 And the Lord came to Sarah as he had said and did to her as he had undertaken. Genesis 21 verse 2 And Sarah became with child, and gave Abraham a son when he was old at the time, named by God. Genesis 21 verse 3 And Abraham gave to his son, to whom Sarah had given birth, the name Isaac. Genesis 21 verse 4 And when his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham made him undergo circumcision as God had said to him. Genesis 21 verse 5 Now Abraham was 100 years old when the birth of Isaac took place. Genesis 21 verse 6 And Sarah said, God has given me cause for laughing, and everyone who has news of it will be laughing with me. Genesis 21 verse 7 And she said, Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would have a child at her breast? For see, I have given him a son now when he is old. Genesis 21 verse 8 And when the child was old enough to be taken from the breast, Abraham made a great feast. Genesis 21 verse 9 And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian playing with Isaac. Genesis 21 verse 10 So she said to Abraham, Send away that woman and her son, for the son of that woman is not to have a part in the heritage with my son Isaac. Genesis 21 verse 11 And this was a great grief to Abraham because of his son. Genesis 21 verse 12 But God said, Let it not be a grief to you because of the boy and Hagar his mother. Give ear to whatever Sarah says to you, because it is from Isaac that your seed will take its name. Genesis 21 verse 13 And I will make a nation of the son of your servant woman, because he is your seed. Genesis 21 verse 14 And early in the morning Abraham got up, and gave Hagar some bread and a water skin, and put the boy on her back and sent her away, and she went wandering in the wasteland of Beersheba. Genesis 21 verse 15 And when all the water in the skin was used up, she put the child down under a tree. Genesis 21 verse 16 And she went some distance away, about an arrow flight, and seating herself on the earth, she gave way to bitter weeping, saying, Let me not see the death of my child. Genesis 21 verse 17 And the boy's cry came to the ears of God. And the angel of God said to Hagar from heaven, Hagar, why are you weeping? Have no fear, for the child's cry has come to the ears of God. Genesis 21 verse 18 Come, take your child in your arms, for I will make of him a great nation. Genesis 21 verse 19 Then God made her eyes open, and she saw a water spring, and she got water in the skin and gave the boy a drink. Genesis 21 verse 20 And God was with the boy, and he became tall and strong, and he became a bowman living in the wasteland. Genesis 21 verse 21 And while he was in the wasteland of Paran, his mother got him a wife from the land of Egypt. Genesis 21 verse 22 Now at that time, Abimelech and Phicol, the captain of his army, said to Abraham, I see that God is with you in all you do. Genesis 21 verse 23 Now, then, give me your oath in the name of God, that you will not be false to me, or to my sons after me, but that as I have been good to you, so you will be to me and to this land, where you have been living. Genesis 21 verse 24 And Abraham said, I will give you my oath. Genesis 21 verse 25 But Abraham made a protest to Abimelech because of a waterhole which Abimelech's servants had taken by force. Genesis 21 verse 26 But Abimelech said, I have no idea who has done this thing, you never gave me word of it, and I had no knowledge of it till this day. Genesis 21 verse 27 And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made an agreement together. Genesis 21 verse 28 And Abraham put 7 young lambs of the flock on one side by themselves. Genesis 21 verse 29 Then Abimelech said, What are these 7 lambs which you have put on one side? Genesis 21 verse 30 And he said, Take these 7 lambs from me as a witness that I have made this waterhole. Genesis 21 verse 31 So he gave that place the name Beersheba, because there the two of them had given their oaths. Genesis 21 verse 32 So they made an agreement at Beersheba, and Abimelech and Phicol, the captain of his army, went back to the land of the Philistines. Genesis 21 verse 33 And Abraham after planting a holy tree in Beersheba, gave worship to the name of the Lord, the eternal God. Genesis 21 verse 34. And Abraham went on living in the land of the Philistines as in a strange country.